All right, well, I have something wonderful today. Steve Donahue decided to send me a gigantic box of John D MacDonald books, and I have my wife here with me to open them. This is Wendy.
Hello.
And we are going to dig into this wonderful box of John D MacDonald stuff that Steve Donahue sent me. Yet again, Steve, thank you so much. I don't know what's in here, so we're just going to start breaking into it and see what's there. All he told me was he found a lot of John D MacDonald books, and he asked if I cared about getting duplicates, and I said no. So maybe I've got 8 copies of Pale Grey for Guilt. Who knows? Oh, wow. Okay, so first one up is this beautiful copy of Bright Orange for the Shroud. I think this might be a first edition. Fawcett Gold Medal is the one that did them originally, and
it looks like it's like barely been touched.
Yeah, this one is 1965. So this is a first edition. This is one of my favorite books in the series. Do you remember this one?
Maybe.
This is the one where he takes the head damage and wakes up in the back of the car under the tarp.
Oh yeah, that one got intense.
Yes. This one was so scary that I had to remind myself that there were sequels. Oh, okay. This is not a Travis McGee book. Please Write for Details. Please Write for Details is strictly adult fare, a trifle salty and somewhat hotly spiced with Latin savvy. All right. Where's this one from? Oh, 1959. Cool. All right. Dress Her in Indigo. Now this one, I can see you shaking your head.
I didn't like that one.
So I like this one the further I get away from it. This one takes place in Mexico, and it is very unsettling. It has an ending where even though you win, you still lose. I think I've talked about that before. I want to reread this one the most.
Not my favorite.
The Deceivers. So this is also not a McGee novel. I think this came out in the late 50s as well. Yeah, 1958. Like a lot of his stuff before McGee came out in the 50s. I think his first book was A Bullet for Cinderella in 1950. A Tan and Sandy Silence.
I remember that one.
Yeah, this is the one with the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was good. So A Tan and Sandy Silence is pretty late in the McGee series, as you can tell by John D MacDonald on the back. A little older with his little dapper hat. I like this one, but I think it's definitely in the bottom third. On the Run. Now, On the Run is a standalone, of course. I think I'm going to quit saying that. I think I'll just mention when it's a McGee novel versus saying when it's not. Actually, no, that's just as bad. How should we do this?
Just say not McGee, and then you don't matter, right? But thank you.
Oh, cool. All right. All right, this is exciting. This very first one, I can already tell is a keeper, even though it's got a lot of tape holding it completely together. This one's in bad shape. Okay, so this is a Dell first edition of A Man of Affairs from 1957. This is pretty cool.
So I think those all come in iffy shape because that's one of the ones I found at the bookstore, and it was like completely like unreadable at all.
Yeah.
But like that same book. So I guess it's just gets read.
Or it might be something with Dell Publishing with their glue they used at the time.
Yeah.
Because I know some people complain about Fawcett Gold Medals like this Darker Than Amber, which this is probably in the bottom third as well when it comes to the quality of the McGee books. This one starts out with him and Meyer fishing under a bridge, and a woman gets thrown off the bridge with bricks tied around her legs, and she sinks to the bottom, and McGee saves her, and then a mystery begins. But I have heard that people don't like the Fawcett Gold Medals because some of them they have printing errors. Like this one's fine, but sometimes like just the edges are crooked and the font's hard to read. And while this does have small font, it's not unreadable. I have seen some of the Fawcett Gold Medals that really suck. To Kiss or Kill. This isn't a John D MacDonald book. You tricked me. You're trying to get me to read Day Keen, whoever this is, because it's working. To Kiss or Kill. It was Big Barney's luck to marry a girl from the social register. He knew the kind of luck when he found himself in a ring where a double cross was more lethal than a right cross. To Kiss or Kill, a new novel by Day King, a writer whose pen packs a punch. Area of Suspicion, a non-McGee book. Specially revised by the author. I don't know how I feel about that. Next, we've got a double-length adventure, says it right on the front. I can tell just by looking at the cover of this is a first edition. The early ones had this style. I don't know when they changed it. I know Bright Orange for the Shroud is a first printing, and it's got a different cover, but I know for a fact 1 through maybe 6 or 7 all look like this, which I really like. This is the one, do you remember this one? The first one that took place in Mexico.
Oh. Yeah.
Where it like ends halfway through and then it has the whole story that goes on after. The Empty Trap. See, a lot of these I haven't heard of, which is great. Well, I've heard of them because I think I have everything he's ever written on ebook, but I don't have a wonderful hard copy, and now I do. Here's the problem. Where are these going to go?
Gotta make a new shelf.
I gotta make a new shelf. Yeah, I know. A Flash of Green. I think I have this exact copy, but this one is in better condition. See this? I think this is one of the complaints people have with faucets. Look at how little that font is. And sometimes you break the back of these to read them. We've only gone through 2. There are 6 more. If the footage is bad, is it going to bother you if I immediately refilm the whole thing?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this in if I do keep this. All right, this is non-McGee. Hey, most of these are non-McGee. Awesome.
I ain't mad about it.
Please write for details. A summer art workshop in Cuernavaca, Mexico is a fiesta of adventure, intrigue, and romance. I like that it's got like a oil painting thing on the front. Maybe this is oil painting themed or painting themed. Oh, it is. It's a summer art workshop. Cool. I think that MacDonald really liked Mexico because a quarter of the Travis McGee books take place in Mexico. Oh, sweet. You kill me. This is a little baby book. Look at that. I think this would be a novella nowadays. 127 pages of very small print. This thing is
It's crisp for being little.
Yeah, and it's in really good shape. Let's see. 1961, originally from 1956. Oh, and there's 2 in here. Okay, cool. This is not a first edition because it would look like this one, Purple Place for Dying. So we've got the Quick Red Fox and a Purple Place for Dying. This is book 3 and this is book 4 in the series. So I'm going to guess that this one it was reprinted in probably the late 60s. Let's see. Let's see how deep my nerd knowledge goes. This one just says 64, but this isn't the original cover. Maybe they printed like the later editions like this. You remember that woman? She's your favorite. No?
No.
I want to reread this one really badly because I think that it will go up in my rankings. Initially, I didn't like it as much because I had just read The Deep Blue Goodbye and Nightmare in Pink in the same day, and then I followed it up the next day with this, and it was just kind of lacking something at the time, but I think it's because Nightmare in Pink was such a high, or an emotional low, I guess if you want to put it that way. So I'm not sure. Hey, look, another book by Day Keene. Who is Day Keene? I have 2 of them in here now. I ain't mad about it. I'm gonna look up who Day Keene is real quick. That'll probably be edited out, so then I will explain who they are.
It's his other name in writing.
Nope, it's a different dude, but that's okay. I've never heard of him. I'm looking forward to giving him a try now that I don't have a choice. Where is Janice Gantry? Yet again, another one of his books that was before McGee, or after, because this is listed at 50 cents. Oh, 1961, so no, this predates, but I think this is a later printing, yeah, because it's got a huge list in it. I really wish that it would tell you when these were printed versus when the book was originally published, because it just gives you the initial date that he got the copyright. And that doesn't help anyone. The Drowner. So I'm really looking forward to trying more of his books that aren't Travis McGee. I read Bullet for Cinderella, and it's good. It feels like it's written in a way to get published. I think he put a lot of stuff in there. You read it.
What?
Bullet for Cinderella. Why am I saying that? I messed up this whole time. I'm not talking about Bullet for Cinderella. The Brass Cupcake was the first book that he had published.
Yes.
His novel was published in 1950. I think I like that one-ish. I don't think it is anywhere near as good as the worst McGee novel, but I will say that I can see the early structure that he was going to use to build the McGee series, and there are those flashes of like his later brilliance. I just don't think it was all there, and also there's a lot of domestic violence.
A lot, which kind of ruined the book for me. I enjoyed it because it was John D MacDonald, and the Travis McGee series ruined me, but it had a lot more aggression, and that I think
on top of it being like a little more aggressive, it was
the main character was annoying.
He was kind of annoying. I think more than aggression, it was mean-spirited. That's what it was. So yeah, they're kind of aggressive toward each other in the book, but just the overall tone when it came to domestic spats and stuff, it was very mean-spirited. He has domestic issues in the John D MacDonald series, but they don't make you cringe and want to just like walk away from the book. But in The Brass Cupcake is a little rough. Deadly Welcome. Assignment, Ramona Beach, Florida. A dangerous place to mix business and pleasure. Dude, that guy looks like, he looks like the old guy in Breaking Bad toward the end. He's the one that helps change people's identities. If I remember, I'll try to put a picture up on the screen, but you know what I'm talking about if you saw him. He actually kind of looks like a busted up Travis McGee. If it weren't for the modern clothes, I'd be like, hey, that's Garrett from Garrett PI, because he's always got some busty redhead ruining his life, and he does have blue eyes in the book. Deadly Welcome. Tough man on a tough assignment in a town that knew how to handle strangers and the local girls who took up with them. This is a cover. Look at this. What's she looking at? Pale Gray for Guilt, starring Travis McGee. This is the one with the dock, with the boat, where they've got like the dock and the hotel, and the husband is found on the dock with the engine block.
Yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah, this one's toward the bottom too. The Beach Girls.
Also, when we say it's okay, there are more good Travis McGee than there are bad ones. They're not even bad. They're just not
as good as the others.
Yeah.
Even the worst Travis McGee books are still way better than your average crime novel. Hey, look, another Pale Gray for Guilt. See, I like that this one is gray, while this one is red. Pale gray. See, it's pale gray. Can't you tell?
It's gray behind.
This guy don't even look like Travis McGee. Looks like James Bond. He looks like the James Bond no one liked. Roger Moore, I think, was the one that no one liked. No. What's the one that he looks like Roger Moore? No, the one that no one liked did like one James Bond, and I don't know why they did that. Hey, look, another Darker Than Amber. This is what I was talking about when it comes to the first editions. They are in this style for the first 7 or 8. Please write for details. Do we already have one of those? I should have put these in like alphabetical order cut so I could see how many we had that were the same. All right, next one. One Fearful Yellow Eye. So I think this one is when they started transitioning to the new style. You see, and these, I still like these. One Fearful Yellow Eye is one of the strange ones. That's the one with the real estate stuff. It starts in Chicago.
That was one of the ones that was boring to me.
Yeah, see, so a lot of people consider this and Pale Gray for Guilt kind of boring because it is John D MacDonald flexing his Ivy League Master's in Business degree. And so some people don't like it. I enjoyed it because I like reading about the real estate crap that he writes in his books. Clemmy, she was a young sex kitten with the claws of a tigress. Alrighty then. So I don't even know if I own a digital version of this. I don't know if it was ever digitized. She was very young. She was dangerous. She was a girl who lived too close to the edge of violence. She hunted trouble. She was an exhibitionist, a body worshiper, a sensualist. She was without morals, scruples, ethics. She was beautiful. I don't know how I feel about this one.
We shall see.
Another Pale Gray for Guilt. Yet again, not gray, but that's okay. What? Oh, wow. What a weird version of this. Look at this. So this is Pan, so that's UK. So we've got at least one UK. I will say one nice thing about this is floppy, which means you won't crack the spine when you open it. The Quick Red Fox, and this is actually more appropriate. This cover is more appropriate to the events in the book than the other ones, though.
That's true.
The whole premise of this one is she's an actress and she has some very unsavory photos that are being used to blackmail her, and she hires McGee to get a hold of the photos so her career isn't ruined. And this seems appropriate for some of the things that were going on when photos were taken. Slam the Big Door. This is cool. I really like all these paperbacks. This is so freaking awesome. The Damned and another Clemmy.
That one's in good condition.
Yeah, this one's in really good shape. Yet again, it says she was a sex kitten with claws of a tiger. Same thing on the back as well. I really wonder how much he made as a writer and like how happy Fawcett Gold Medal was with him, because they published all of his stuff, I guess, until they got bought, because his later ones are published. I can't remember who they're published by. I think we've already had a Death Trap, maybe. The Scarlet Ruse. For a second, this didn't look like a McGee novel, and then I remembered what novel this was, and I really like this one. It's fun. It's a nice break from having your soul crushed and being stressed out all the time. That's the Stamp one.
Oh, okay.
Didn't like it, did you?
No.
Yeah, of course you didn't. Stakes weren't high enough.
No, I need action.
Another Death Trap. The Dreadful Lemon Sky. This is one I have basically already forgotten. This one's actually good. So this was the one that initially intrigued me. It's the one where the woman shows up with $100,000 and tells him to hold on to it for 2 weeks, and that he'll get to keep $10,000. And then if something happens to her, he has to give the money to her sister. And then she is in the newspaper dead.
Yeah.
And McGee like looks up why, because he's not going to let something like that rest. This is one of the books that makes me know for a fact that Lee Child based Reacher off of Travis McGee, because one of the things Travis McGee can't do is let something go, and that is like half of Reacher's personality. Another copy of The Deceivers. Very nice. The Long Lavender Look. See, I like this style of them. I really like when they look like this. Oh, wow. I have never seen this. This is a really cool copy of Nightmare in Pink. This is probably my favorite in the series still. I'm not sure though, because every one of these is so good. I think there's easily 4 of them that I would put at number 1 any given day. But this is one of them that I think about all the time. I think about this more than any of the others. With the Psych Ward.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
We have the second one. We have one of those.
Oh, we do have the Empty Trap? I thought we had the Death Trap. Oh, we do. Okay, I think this is an even older one. Or Popular Library, the leading publisher of pocket-sized books. I will say this is... Ooh, I opened it and it started to break. Now I'm scared. I'm gonna set that down in case I break it. The Damned. Have we seen a copy of The Damned yet? I don't think so. Very cool. The Price of Murder. I haven't seen one of these yet either, I don't think. I like how on the back, it's not an explanation of the story. It just says, one of the most professional and skillful American writers at work today. A natural-born storyteller. One of the finest storytellers writing in the world today. I mean, they're not wrong, but I have no idea what this is about. This looks like it would be a McGee novel because it has a color in the title. A flash of green. It is not. I think it has to do with politics and private greed. Also, what's on his face? There's a picture on the back. There's like that black thing that's on his face, and I don't know why, and it looks like it's part of the photo. Wonder what that is. It's strange. Slam the Big Door. I think we've already had one of these too. The Girl in the Plain Brown Wrapper. Probably one of the weakest books in the series. Yeah, this is like the most forgettable. I just read the description on the back and I still can't remember what it's about. Hey, look, another one. Like I said, it's not that it's bad, it's that the other ones just stand so far above it. It's like saying the guy that got drafted last in the first round of a sport is bad, but that's only because he's being compared to the other 29 or however many are in foosball. I don't know. I was talking about baseball. I was just trying to be vague because I know no one else watches baseball. The End of the Night. This is The Wolf Pack Murders. 3 men and a beautiful girl on a cross-country terror spree. A coast-to-coast rampage of stealing, kidnapping, rape, and killing. The ones like this make me think about how often Stephen King has mentioned that John D MacDonald was an inspiration to him, because this sounds like something that Stephen King would have wrote for that crime publisher now that is republishing all the old stuff. The one that published 5 Decembers and those Michael Crichton books I got rid of. I can't even remember the name of it. But yeah, Area of Suspicion. These are so cool. Oh, this is another one. It says specially revised. I wonder if it's specially revised because it was originally published in like a crime magazine or something, and he took all the pieces and put them together. This is a cool copy of The Damned. I love how on the front it says, I wish I had written this book. Mickey Spillane. Me too, Mickey. Me too. All These Condemned. Oh, we've already seen that. Dress Her in Indigo. Yeah, this is the strange one. This is just a different cover. This one's cool too. The cover. We already talked about how I like this one, but Wendy doesn't. I like that it says number 11 up top, so I don't have to do the math in my head to remember counting up or down. Private Eye Fool, Henry Kane. So, what are you doing to me, Steve? You trying to trick me into reading other old crime writers? Probably gonna work. And last but not least, another copy of All These Condemned. It's got a foot showing for all the youngins out there. How is she going to get them to read? That is it. That is a ridiculous amount of John D MacDonald. I'm going to take turns holding each gigantic stack up. All these beautiful books. I'm afraid to count them. I actually really like this Quick Red Fox. It's starting to grow on me. These pan books. I might have to get more of these. I really do appreciate that it's like floppy. Easy to read. I wonder if it's just because it's newer. 1969. So no, this is nice.
54.
Well, Wendy counted them while I was doing all this, and there are 54. I think only 3 of which weren't John D MacDonald, but that's okay because I will definitely be giving them a read. I just want to say thank you so much, Steve, for sending me all these books. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I already had a dedicated shrine to John D MacDonald that was everything I owned. You've now more than doubled my collection. This might have tripled my collection. Yeah, I'm in danger.
Time to build another bookshelf.
Yes, time to build another bookshelf. That'll be okay, though. The problem isn't building more bookshelves. The problem is finding walls to put the bookshelves on. Like you can see behind us right now that we've got a bookshelf there, bookshelf there, bookshelf there, and then there's another bookshelf just off the frame. There's nowhere else to put a bookshelf in here. I can't put them on the wall above my computer because this house is so old that they just like randomly put studs in the wrong places here. So some are like 16 on center, and then I think one is like 22 on center or something stupid. So I have no way of putting any above my computer. Also, if that shelf fell, I would cry. It would destroy my monitors. But yeah, this is one heck of a haul. This is ridiculous.
Time to add on to the house.
Yeah, let's just for books.
Yeah, the library. It's fine.
Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these and if you like them. Thanks for watching. And with that, I'll see you next time.